Welcome everyone to OWINNERS webinar. We have a very, very special topic tonight, and it is acknowledging our blesser. And it's a new terminology that we're using. So if you don't know what blesser is, it's the person that brought you into ONPASSIVE. And it's a special person because that person has changed your life forever. So we're going to begin now with Dr. Pekam Pukusi. She's our inspirational speaker. She happens to be a pharmacist by profession, but she's a certified life coach. And we're so glad to have Dr. Pekam with us. You can unmute.
Henry Frederick Amiel says, thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude. Gratitude is the completion
Your camera is not open. Your camera is not open.
Oh.
Dr. Pekam, your audio is a bit too loud. If you could lower your volume, it's kind of distorted when you speak.
Okay.
Lower the volume.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry about that, my dear ONPASSIVians. But I was about to give a quote by Henry Frederick Amiel. He says, thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude. Gratitude is the completion of thankfulness. Thankfulness may consist of merely words. Gratitude is shown in acts. End quote. Thank you, Anteline, and good evening, my dear ONPASSIVians. It is always a privilege and a pleasure for me to come on this platform to connect with like-minded people like you. I am so glad every time I have the opportunity to be here. My name is Pekam Takusi Makia, and I am your friend and your self-esteem expert. My name Pekam in the Bayangam language means a king's game. And that means each time I come forth, I come to bring you good tidings, which when you pay attention to and listen to me with your heart, you're going to take away something, some word of wisdom, which is going to bring some increase in your life in one way or another. Today's topic is a topic I am particularly passionate about. Today is about acknowledging our blesser. I will try to keep it really short so that everyone can have an opportunity to acknowledge their blesser. But before I get to my blesser, I want to share something with you all. During the first century, the word grace, G-R-A-C-E, as we all know it today, especially in the Christendom, was not a religious word. The word grace symbolized a relationship with someone. It was usually a relationship between a wealthy person that was known as the patron and someone who was less wealthy, known as the client. Usually, the patron would offer a favor, do an act of kindness to this person. And if the person accepted this act of favor, they were now bounded together in a grace relationship. That meant that this person has accepted a favor from a patron they would never, ever be able to pay back. The only way they could pay back is through gratitude, through homage. So they are now bound in this relationship. And that person, the less privileged one who accepted the favor from the patron, is now called the friend of the patron. So there is a relationship, a grace relationship, which is created. And each time this person gives homage to the patron or talks about this patron, tells everybody about the good deed, the act of kindness that this patron has done, the patron is so glad and keeps on bestowing more favor upon favor on this person. So In life, when someone does something to you, something that on your own you could never ever do for yourself, and you accept it, you're bound in a grace relationship with that person. You're bound to give them back something, which that something is not in cash, but it is in your words, your gratitude, and the things you say about this person to others. So why am I saying all this? Let me bring it back home. We are on this platform today. We call ourselves the ONPASSIVE family. We're brought all together by Mr. Mofara. So I think I'll be right in saying in this model that I've just described, Mr. Mofara is like our patron who has offered us a favor to be a part of ONPASSIVE. So we have accepted that favor from Mr. Mofara. And the only thing we can do to him to show him that we are thankful and we appreciate him is our gratitude to him and to others, telling others about ONPASSIVE and what ONPASSIVE is and what we are about to do to the world to change humanity, being that beacon of hope to humanity. So Mr. Mofara, I will say, is first our biggest blesser. But there is also a minor blesser, your immediate blesser, the person who brought you to ONPASSIVE. But before I get to my blesser, let's look at this word bless. When I was thinking about this topic, I was thinking, bless. We always use the word, I am blessed. I am blessed and highly favored. May the Lord bless you. Bless, bless. What does it really mean? Can I really bless God? What does it mean? So I do what I always do. When I'm very curious, I go and search. I probe myself and I search deeply to understand so that I can apply this word and get the full meaning for personal edification. So in my search, I realized that in the Oxford Dictionary, they define bless to be to confer or invoke divine favor. And I reasoned to myself, confer or invoke or bestow divine favor. Let me do some more digging. And as I was digging, I tend to love the Hebrew definition of the word bless that I found, because the word bless in Hebrew can also be barak or braka, and it means to give homage. It means to praise, which means when you're blessing somebody, you're actually praising them. You're giving them homage. You're being thankful for some great act that they've done to you. And I'm like, okay, now it makes sense. And when I really dug deeper into this word bless, being raised in a Christian home, I always hear they say, the Lord bless you and keep you. They always use the Aaronic blessing upon me and our family. So when I went to do a deep research on the word blessing that they use there, it shows you a father who is coming on bended knees to give gifts to his children. A father who is so glad and excited and wants to bring himself down to the level of a child. Imagine you, if you are a parent, imagine how you used to go on bended knees to pick up your child, how excited you used to be. That's a blessing. That's called blessing your child. So it really, really resonated with me, and it made a lot of sense why, as a human, I can say, I want to bless God. I bless God because I'm not giving him anything, but I'm praising him. I'm giving gratitude to him for all that he's done to me. So we bless people in our lives, people that have done us some things that we are so thankful for, that we just praise them. And we wish that everything good they wish for themselves come upon them. So on that note, let me talk about my blesser for tonight, the person who brought me on ONPASSIVE. And I will start by a quote from Albert Schweitzer. Albert Schweitzer says, at times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has a cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us, end quote. My blesser today is none other than my brother, Bob Takusi, on this forum today. My dear brother, Bob, today I acknowledge you, not only as my brother, you know you're my dear brother, but today I acknowledge you as my father. For those of you who are not familiar with the African way of doing things, I come from the Bamileke clan, and we are still a very patriarchal community, which means there is always a father who is taking care, who is in charge of the children. And in the absence of that father, when the father transitions to the afterlife, he always chooses somebody to replace him in his absence. Our father, Mr. Michael Sotakusi, is of blessed memory since 2015, and he handed over the torch to Uncle Bob Takusi. So Uncle Bob here this evening is not just my brother, but he is my father. I honor him as my father. So when he told me about ONPASSIVE, I had no reason to doubt it, because I knew that that was my father watching out for me. He did not only do that to me, but to all his siblings. He brought it. Uncle Bob, you see the t-shirt I'm wearing tonight? This is to give you honor, to remind you that your part, Takusi, we are shining your light. And yes, Uncle Bob, you're doing just that. The light is on because of you, because you've taken the responsibility as the patriarch of the Microsoft Takusi clan. I know that your days will be blessed because you have chosen to uplift the compound in Dang and to uplift all our less fortunate cousins, brothers, families back home in the compound in Dang, remembering where you came from and the bloodline that you carry, holding on to your ancestors and keeping the light. Uncle Bob, Patakusi, I bless you today. I give you homage and I honor you. And I speak not only for me, but for my other siblings who cannot make it on this platform tonight to acknowledge who you are to us. Papa, we bless you and I thank you. This blessing does not only go to you, it also goes to Mr. Ash, who is the grandfather of us all on this platform. Mr. Ash, I bless you and I honor you. I thank you for what you've done and for giving us this opportunity. In conclusion, I will end with the words of the Buddha. The Buddha says, let us rise up and be thankful. For if we didn't learn a lot, at least we learned a little. And if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. But if we got sick, at least we are still alive. So let us be thankful. Thank you all. Thank you, Mr. Ash. Thank you, Uncle Bob, for giving me an opportunity, and especially an opportunity to be a speaker on this platform. Thank you, and back to you, Auntie Lynn.
That was beautiful. And you have an extra special blesser. So lucky you, Dr. Fickham. We all love Bob. Thank you. Next, we have Abdua Kia. He's going to talk to us now. Come on down, Abdua.
Good evening, good afternoon. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing great. I'm doing wonderful. The topic tonight is acknowledging your blessing. First of all, I want to say the bigger blesser is the Most High, because without him, I wouldn't be here. And through him, he brought the opportunity to me through first to Ken Russo and then to Bob Elsey. Bob Elsey is actually one that I saw an email that came through. I don't know Bob Elsey personally, but I received the email telling me about ONPASSIVE. The email came on April 16, 2019. I read it. I didn't even give a second thought about it because I had been thinking about something like ONPASSIVE for years. I had said in my mind, if somebody would come along where I could just pay one price and they do everything for me, I wouldn't care what the charge would be. I would pay for it. So when I seen that email, it was like a manifestation of a desire that had been manifested. I jumped right on it. I didn't take no day or two about it. I just jumped right on and signed up for it. So I'm grateful and thankful to Bob Elsey, but I'm also more grateful to, as Dr. Peakham said, is to Mr. Ashman and his family for allowing me the opportunity to be part of such a great movement, such a great, magnificent business that I don't think there'll ever, matter of fact, no, there would never be another ONPASSIVE. There would never be another Mr. Ashman in life. We're all are blessed. And Mr. Ash is the biggest blesser because he's given us all the opportunity to change our lives. And in a couple more weeks, we're going to see that manifestation come to fruition. I'm so glad. Mr. Ash, if you're hearing me, I love you and your family. Your mother had a birthday this month. I had a birthday this month. I'm grateful to still be alive. I'm grateful for Bob for allowing me to be a part of OWINNERS and Brother Oliver. I'm grateful for the OWINNER team. I'm grateful and thankful to be among Auntie Lynn for giving me an opportunity to be here. I'm just so grateful for so many people. Continue to pray for one another, and especially pray for Mr. Ashman and his family, because we don't know what he's going through. But I know one thing, that what he's doing for us, we should all be able to be happy and grateful and thankful for what he's doing for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Abdullah. Whenever you speak, man, it gets me right here in my heart. You're just an amazing guy. Thank you so much. Next, we have Sampat Patel. He's the leader in India, and I am so happy that he's here. He had to wake up extra early to be here with us. So you can take the floor now, Sampat.
Thank you, Lynn. Can you hear me?
Loudly and clearly. Good, good. That's fine.
Thank you, thank you. I sincerely thank all the co-hosts, panelists, and attendees for inviting me to OWINNERS webinar. This is the best webinar in the world where we are given a lot of information to increase our knowledge. And I would like to thank Lynn Nakamoto, Marty Ligarmo, Masin Hemabau, Myra Akuno, and the world's best technical founders, Bob Takusi, Oliver Fontek, and Dr. Tekam Takusi for making this webinar a super hit. As this is a very beautiful topic of today's webinar, acknowledging our pleasure. Regarding this, I would like to say that our CEO S. Mupra has gifted us ONPASSIVE as a blessing. So we should accept this blessing from our heart. And I believe that the more we share this blessing with other people, the more it grows, will go. The seed of an ONPASSIVE was sown by our CEO, and all of you founders together did a lot of tremendous irrigation. Due to this seed has grown into a very big tree, and now its fruits have also ripened, and now fragrance from these fruits is also coming. and we are going to get to eat these fruits very soon. I am enjoying the launching process of ONPASSIVE company because very soon there is going to be a huge tea tsunami in the internet world named ONPASSIVE digital product IOBS. With these words, I finished my sharing, and again thank you very much to all founders and especially thanks Marty and Lynn Nakamoto. Over to host. Thank you everybody.
Thank you very much, Sampat. Yes, we are going to enjoy the fruits of our labors very soon. It's an exciting time for every one of us. Next, we have Marty DeGarmo, the man of the hour, and he has a lot to say, I'm sure. Come on down, Marty.
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. As far as my blesser, it's kind of a weird thing. He didn't come to me, I went to him. So I was doing another business. Actually, we had to pay about $120 a month. It was in a pre-launch. We paid every single month. It never did launch, by the way. And I was on my last, I was ready to throw in the towel. I've done it for 18 years. We could build teams and all that you guys know my story. And I said, okay. I remember deliberately going, I'm just going to go look and see if there's by chance something, last chance. And I saw Peter Rogers, and he was working with Red. And I knew them from a business before. And I wasn't looking for Peter or somebody that was the so-called guru. I work with gurus. I don't want anything to do with them. So I was looking for somebody I could trust. And I was looking for about 5 key things. And I saw Peter and I wrote him. I said, what are you doing? He posted something. I don't know. I don't remember even what it was. And he said, well, we're in a business. Obviously it's not the business we're in now, but it was a marketing, business. They were building marketing tools. So I asked him, because I trusted him, I said, is it something everybody can do? And he said, yeah. I said, okay. Is there an auto ship? He said, no. So that's good. How much can you make? I mean, what is the limit? He said, none. I said, whoa. So, I mean, automatically, and I said, well, are we selling some crazy potion or something that you have to prove it works? Those things are almost impossible to do. Or selling something that's at CVS, you could get it for $50 less. And he said, no, it's digital products that you're using now. And they're in high demand. And I went, because he was still doing, the marketing tools or whatever he was doing at the time. And I said, how much? And I was waiting, this is going to be good. Anybody can do it. You don't need any skills. They market for you. I'm thinking, this is going to be a lot of money. And he said $97. And I signed up. I never watched the videos from Ash. I didn't know who he was. In fact, I didn't know who he was for a few days. Went back to Mike Ellis and Dan Street, said, hey, there's this business. I told him what I knew, which was about those 5 things. And we got in. Then I went directly back to Red and Peter, and I said, we had a meeting with them. Tell us what you know. And there wasn't that much to tell. Pretty much they told me the first day. And then I said, I want to meet Ash. They said, what? I said, well, I want to meet this guy. And they laughed and said, good luck on that. But anyway, needless to say, we worked hard, and he called me on the phone and he said what he always says. I am Ash and I'm your friend. And we talked for a while. We set up a meeting with me, him, Mike, and Dan. And we were going to interview him. But you know, Ash Ripara, we didn't interview him, he interviewed us. So he turned it around on us because he happened to be the smartest guy in the room. Although I thought I was, he fixed that right away in a nice way. No, you're not, I am. But anyway, so we talked, and it was very soon after that that I realized this is where I want to be. I mean, I'm going to follow this guy. Don't know, I still didn't know 100% what we were doing. And then very quickly after that, this is last day of February 2019. And by April, this whole thing had started to shift into what we see today. Because at that point, we had about 15,000 people when I got in. And by July of that year, I'm sorry, not that year, the following year, we had 100,000, I remember. And I remember saying to him at 80, 90,000, whatever it was, hey, you're going to hit 100,000 soon. What are you going to do when you hit 200,000? I said, oh, we're not going that high. So needless to say, things changed. And as they evolved, Ash always had a thing in his head where he wanted to go, maybe 10 years, 15 years down the road. But because it evolved and because I believe God's hand was in on it, this was sped up where things opened up and more people came in, and we started bringing people in, like-minded, big-hearted, good-hearted people that care. And he saw the opportunity to do the whole shebang now. So that's why I believe we wound up from then till now building what we know now as ONPASSIVE. And thank God that happened. I mean, I remember 3 years ago, last month, I made a post and told everybody to get ready for the launch in December. And that was 3 years ago. So, but it was a business that, but thank God it didn't happen. Thank God it did wait, and he went and took the path that, and I believe each door was open. And every time a door was open, was it harder for him? Absolutely. Absolutely. There wasn't an easy day for Ash ever since, ever. Never an easy day. Every day got harder and harder and harder. I've talked to the OTech Pro guys. They know what he means when he says what he's saying. You walk into a room and I want to do this, this, and this with a website. I want it to be able to do this. I want it linked to that. And everybody on the other side of the table, with respect, kind of whisper under their breath, what, is this guy crazy? You can't do that. And Ash never gives up. He's relentless. And he said as months went on, they started to come back and said he would bring it up again because he never let it go. Finally, they go, oh, I think we could do that. Now he's at the point, they come to him. You know, Ash, we could add this and this and this. So he opened a creative business and let people maximize their potential, because all of us have potential, and our environment puts a wall around us, and it gets smaller and smaller as we get older. And one day you have no potential because you're so squeezed into the life that you think is what you're getting, and that's it. This is as good as it gets. And Ash has changed that for all of us. This is not as good as it gets. And we're starting to see that. I can tell people the way they talk, the way they're acting. And this was opened up because of this platform. All of us, and I mean all of us, will be able to shine and do and reach our full potential. Without Ash and this platform, that would not happen normally. Most dreams and hopes die in a graveyard, along with people that never lived their life, ever. And some people lived to 80, 90 years old, but really never lived. They lived in a little room, 6-mile radius, 10-mile radius, their whole life. Never did anything. Here I meet people all over the world. I got best friends in every corner of the world. And that's because of ONPASSIVE. And thank Peter Rogers for being there when I called him. Because if that conversation did not happen that day, that time, we wouldn't be here. ONPASSIVE Nation wouldn't be here. Anyway, that's all I got.
Thank you. Thank you, Peter Rogers, because you got to Marty before he threw in the towel. And can you imagine ONPASSIVE without Marty? I can't. So thank you. We're grateful to you, Peter. We'll be letting you know when we'll be taking questions, and then you'll be able to raise your hands. So I'll make an announcement very soon. All right, next we've got Oliver Fonte, who is one of the hosts of OWINNERS webinar. We'd love to hear from you, Oliver.
Hi, everybody. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. I know all over the world. My name is Oliver Fonte from Baltimore, Maryland. I am your friend. My blesser can only be my brother from another mother, partner in crime. We talk daily, before and after, go to bed. Cannot be only but Mr. Bob Takusi. Came back from work. One good day, he called me around past 5 and said, boy, there's something I want to tell you. I said, what? He said, there's this business. I said, you know, I'm not a businessman. You are not a businessman, Bob. I'm not a businessman. You want to introduce me to a business? We are all 9 to 5 guys. He said, no, I asked 2 questions. Is it their product? He said, yes. Am I going to sell? Because I don't know how to sell. He said, no, everything is automated. They'll do everything for you. I said, okay. How much? $97. I paid immediately. I didn't even, because he's a friend, a brother, I signed immediately. I signed 1 account. As days goes by, went into start reviewing the whole business ONPASSIVE, get into it, look into it. Then it was 77,000. That was 2020, May 4th, 2020. It was just 77,000 founders. You know, Bob came back again and said he's coming up with a platform called OWINNERS. I said, okay. So how can I help? He said, we just need to start to talk to our people. Since I'm IT, he's IT, we'll start to talk to our people, tell them what the business is all about. I did my due diligence in my own way as an IT person. I will not say it. Do some few checking, testing, and it was then co-founder. And talking with Bob every day, exchange ideas. As my blesser, IT field, we are both in IT field. You know, we talk and we were loyal to our Mr. Ash Mufara, who is the owner of this business. And we can't say anything without talking about Mr. Ash Mufara. We cannot talk about ONPASSIVE because he is the man of the man, the one and only person that we know that has changed all our mindset. We all came in here for money, but today we have the love for humanity. And without Mr. Bob Takusi, I wouldn't have been here talking. I want to say, bro, thank you. Since then, we've been loyal and respect to ONPASSIVE and to Mr. Ash Mufara. We had our small OWINNER here that he brought me in also. He introduced it to me. We worked together, tried to see how we can do with OWINNERS. Started for about 25 people, 25 founders to 30, 40. Now, yes, OWINNERS. Now here is OWINNERS. Not only that, when Madi approached us that through Mr. Ash Mufara about OTech Pro, We were loyal, respect to Madi. Madi, thank you. Also, we can't talk about ONPASSIVE. We can't talk about OWINNERS. We can't talk about OTech Pro without talking about Madi Degamo, Big Bro, and our mother, Lynn Nakamoto. I will also have to thank Mr. Ash Mufara. Today, I'm a big businessman. Not any kind of a businessman, a super businessman that I'm going to own a domain name. If somebody would have told me that I'm going to own a domain name and a website that will be running every blessed day, I own my own virtual mall, my website, I would say no. But today, I'm a proud businessman. Bob Takusi, thank you, bro, as a blesser. And we've been getting assurance from our CEO. Anybody that has been for the past 4 weeks today, hear our CEO talking to us, you know that time is around the corner. Yesterday, he told us we are in a very good position as founders of ONPASSIVE collectively than any other human race at the moment. That is big. He told us that yesterday with in a Julie show, Julie, Chris, and Susie, they are showing. Those words were words of assurance. He reassured us where we are, and that collectively we are more than any other race. We are in a very comfortable position than any other race because we know what is coming and we know where we are heading to. And we cannot thank Mr. Ash Mufara, not also thanking the tech team in Hyderabad, Mohammed Kamal. All what we need to say to them, thank you. And we should pray for them. Whatever thing we're going to get, Apple, money, thanks to Mr. Ash Mufara, the tech teams in Hyderabad, and the other guy and the other staff in Dubai. We should thank them every day. When you go to bed or when you know in the early in the morning, we should pray for them because they've created a dynasty for us for life. For life, that our generation upon generation will enjoy. Maybe some of us don't know what we have that we have here in our hands. But I want to reassure everybody, ONPASSIVE is an IT technology company. I just want all of us to understand this. And if you know what is IT technology company, none of us can live without our cell phone. This is IT. None of us on this planet Earth today can live without our cell phones. We do our banking transaction, whatever. We have software then that we cannot deal without them. At times from work, I use my phone. That is IT. It's like food that we eat. No company on this planet Earth cannot live without IT. That is why we are bringing value. ONPASSIVE is bringing value to this world. Thanks to Mr. Ash Mufara. Thanks to the tech team in Hyderabad. Thanks to Akamal with his team in Dubai. Just want to say thank you to everybody. And we should take Mr. Ash's word, what he told us yesterday again. I'll repeat it. We are in a very good position as founders of ONPASSIVE collectively than any other human race at the moment. Indeed, we are fine and we will be fine. Our generation will be fine. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you, Oliver. And you will forever be known for your quote, We are fine. And of course, when you say that, you mean we are way more than fine, but it's a great reassurance. Next, we have Bob Takusi, our other host of this webinar. You can take the floor now, Bob.
All right, Angeline, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh boy, this is your friend and your brother, Bob Takusi from Bel Air, Maryland. I am your friend too, and your brother. Thank you, Dr. Pickham. You just raised some emotions in me, and you took away everything that I planned for tonight, so I'm just going to speak from my heart again. Thank you, my brother Abdua. Thank you, Abdua. Thank you for your words of wisdom, your enthusiasm that you bring every day to the OWINNERS. For the past year and a half, your energy is just so strong. It's just so contagious to all of us. You kept us going those days. Thank you, Mr. Sampath Patel. Thank you for all what you've done to promote our webinar. We appreciate you, brother. We love you. Thank you, Brother Madi, always there for us. Big Madi. And then my brother Oliver, of course. Thank you. Thank you, Auntie Lynn. Thank you, all the OWINNERS and founders worldwide. When we are all gone, at some point, all of us here, all the founders, every single one of us will be gone. We'll transition. Maybe 50 years, 100 years. Our grandkids or some of our great-grandchildren will look back on us in wonderment. They will think of us. Their life is not going to be ordinary. They will wonder, how come we had this privilege? What happened? They will think of their great-grandparent from time to time. They will ask themselves, what was that information? What did they get? How come it is them? Why was this privileged few? How come they had this information and the rest of the world didn't? Our great country, when we are gone, some of us will be forgotten. But our deeds, our decision that we took, will live forever. And they will come to the realization that somebody gave us information. It was an information that we received. That information we got from our blesser. The person who gave us this information about ONPASSIVE, who shared the information with us, is a blesser. Dr. Peckham has already defined blesser to us. We don't need to go into it. The great American businessman, economist, speaker, writer, Robert Kiyosaki told us, he made this prediction. He said, those who are going to own the wealth, just about now, in this 21st century, those who are going to own the wealth are those who are going to have the information. It is the information that has brought all of us here. That those who are going to own the wealth at this time, this 21st century, are those who are going to have the information. So the single most important person in our lives, all of us here, every single one of us, 341 here tonight, and all 1.4 million founders. The single most important person in your life right now is the person who told you about ONPASSIVE. It's your blessing. We must love them. We must respect them. We must admire them. We must support them. And we should have reverence when they are concerned. They are our blesser. our lives changes like a flash in the next few weeks. Our founder has told us, my brother Oliver just elaborated again what our founder has told us. Everything that happens to us in the next few weeks, in the next years, wherever we go, when the chips fall wherever they fall, but it's going to be in a good place for us. There's one person that gave you that phone call or email, text message, your blessing. So today I will start with the ultimate blesser, the blesser of all time. As my brother Oliver has already said, the blesser of all time is our founder, Ash Mufare. Let us remember, for those of us who've been in ONPASSIVE for a while, at least 2 years plus, our founder has said this several times. One of the primary reasons why he went into full scale with ONPASSIVE, he made a pledge to his family, to his wife, that he was not going to touch a dime from the money that he's taking from us, from the $97. Brother Madi, if I'm wrong, please correct me. That was a pledge he made. That means, in real terms, Ash Mufara does not need us to launch this ONPASSIVE. But he's never going to say that. He's a very, very polite and humble man. But in real terms, every single dime, let us remember that, guys. Every single dime that we've paid, our $97, Mr. Ash said he was going to keep it aside and use it only at the time when we are launching this company, just about now. So how about that? So he is the ultimate blesser. So he's doing whatever he's doing is out of the depth of his heart. He could easily do it all by himself and be the world's richest man. He said, no, I'm going to open my heart to everyone to come, those who believe in me, trust and loyalty, and a little bit of patience. That's all what he asked for. But he could be the richest man, which I think he's still going to be. He is going to be. So our founder, Mr. Ash, is our ultimate blesser, like Dr. Peckham said earlier, because it trickles down from him. But to me, let me thank the person who actually placed that phone call to me, my immediate blesser, Brother Oscar Sewele from Boston. He called me one fine Saturday and told me about ONPASSIVE. And I joined without blinking. And then when I came on board, Charles Osong break it down enough for me to understand and take it and run with it. But I want to thank, or I have several blessers. Appreciate Brother Marty Degamo. Brother Marty. You are the blesser's blesser, sir. You are the blesser's blesser. Thank you for not only seeing us, but hearing us and blessing us. Thank you for the ONPASSIVE Nation with the dynamic through yourself, Dan and Mike, for the blessing that you've bestowed to every single founder that we have today, bro. Thank you. To my old Tech Pro brothers, Vincent, Collins, they're in England. I'm sure they're sleeping right now. Brother Oliver is here. Thank us for blessing all of us, each other. We challenge our thoughts. We open our minds. We rationalize together. We bless each other in different ways as well. Auntie Lynn, the lovely Auntie Lynn, thank you for your grace and for the blessing that you give us every day. You hold us like your children because your heart is full of blessings. The OWINNERS family, thank you for the blessings. But you know, you can bless someone and that someone also turns around and bless you too. That's what has happened to me. My brother Oliver spoke, yes. I brought him into ONPASSIVE. Most of you who know me, I'm a very private man. I have a lot of things going on, like my sister said. So many things going on, family-wise and the like. But Oliver came and brought ONPASSIVE to me. We're blessed to be in the same industry. We speak the same language. We understand things together. And we bounce ideas from each other. We speak about 5 times a day. We wake up in the morning, we speak, and then we are the last people to talk to each other before he sleeps early. So I'm the last person he speaks to before he goes to bed, and he wakes up, and he's the first person I speak to. Every day for the past 2 years, guys. So that is him blessing me. So a blesser, someone that you bless, could also be your blesser. Thank you, Brother Oliver. Thank you. I love you, man. Oliver just told us, our founder, Mr. Ash, has been assuring us, and it's true, he's making so many pronouncements. He speaks technically sometimes, but he has been assuring us for the past few weeks. He's been giving us his blessings, his grace for the past 4 weeks. He's telling us that collectively as a global community, we are the best race. I mean, what a statement to make. So let me end with him, because he's our ultimate blesser. Ash Mufara is a master of what he does. He knows the internet inside out. Every corner of the internet. He's a master marketer. He knows where the money is. Ash knows where the money is. And he's going to go grab it. Guess what? For who? We all know he really doesn't care about it. For us. Because his why, remember what Ash Mufara's why is. His why is to uplift. His why is to uplift mankind, to uplift us. So he's going to grab it to share it to us. That is why he's making the statements that he's making every day, every week, week after week. Get ready for the greatest ship of your life. The world is going to know your name. Reverse and upgrade your dreams. He knows exactly what he's doing and where we are heading to. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank each and every one of us. Those who've impacted us directly and indirectly, all the founders worldwide. Let us remember, your blesser, like our founder is he's the one who coined this word. Normally, technically, back in the back office, we call it your sponsor, your blesser. We should never, ever, ever play with our blesser. Because were it not for that person, like Brother Matthew just said, we just heard what he said. If someone else, there's a chance, there's a likelihood that if someone else had called me about ONPASSIVE, not Oscar, I might have joined ONPASSIVE maybe like around now. And wouldn't have felt the impact. I would not have had the privilege to go through this journey. Your blesser. So tonight, let us remember that our blesser is also equally as important as everyone else, everything else in ONPASSIVE. And before I leave, did we check the website today? There's a new website. Check it out. Back to you, Auntie Lynn.
Thank you, Uncle Bob. Yes, we do have our blesser as far as our sponsor for ONPASSIVE, but as you said, there are so many other blessers in our lives, and I really like how you pointed that out. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, now is the time where we're asking you to raise your hands to speak. You can the topic tonight, go ahead, raise your hands. I didn't want people raising their hands too early, but this is the time to raise your hands now. And these are the guidelines for the sharing. First of all, we want to make sure that we keep everyone to a reasonable time limit. And normally I've noticed that 2 to 3 minutes is more than adequate to get the essence of your point through. You know, whenever you get to 5, 6, 7 minutes, there's a lot of extraneous things that come into your speech because you have so much time. But if you know that you have 2 to 3 minutes, you will hit the important points of your story or testimonial. So I think that all of you can go ahead and do that. So we're going to ask you to keep within the time limit. I have a timer here on my side that I'll use as I need to, but hopefully I don't need to let it ring. So if you guys stop before it rings, that's the best of all worlds, right? Ideally, all righty? So again, the topic is our blesser. We're talking about the person who shared ONPASSIVE with you, and you're going to talk about that person and how that person may have changed your life. Okay, so let's stick with the topic. Thank you very much. I see we now have 11 people. That's great. All right, so we're going to begin with Adas Safari Miller. We call her Mino, and she's from the United States. Good to have you here. Please take the floor, Mino.
Hi. Hello, everybody. My blesser is Dr. Bill Williams. I'm grateful for him, and based on trusting on him, not knowing anything about ONPASSIVE, and I'm not computer savvy, I'm not good with digital products at all, but based on trusting on him, I followed him, and I'm glad that I enrolled, and I have brought 10 other people under him, not under me, because I missed the deadline, but doesn't matter. I sponsored them by paying for them, and I'm hope to God this will turn as good as it sounds, because then I will be able to help them. I appreciate everybody, and I'm grateful of Ash. Thank you, Chris Johnson, for walking me through so many questions. Also for Lynn and Miss Nakamoto, I really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mino. Beautiful story. Nice and succinct. That's the way we like it. Very good. All right, we're gonna go now to Satyana Rayana Papu from India. Good to have you here, Satyana.
Namaste, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I'm very happy. First of all, I thank God. Thank you for all of us to make part of this great community. Thank God. Because of his blessings only we gathered here. Thank you so much. I'm very happy. Thank you, Ash, for making this great business. Thank you so much. Who I brought in is my brother. He's my blesser. His name is Satya Shiva. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much for blessing me into this great, massive business. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is a blessing for all of us to be here. Thank you for making me in. Thank you so much. And I thank Lynn ma'am. Thank you so much. You supported me a lot. Because of you only, I'll be here in the panel, and I can share something with our friends. Thank you so much, Lynn ma'am. Thank you so much for your support. You are also a blessing for me, and a great leaders, Martis, Red, all the great leaders. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you all. It's a blessing for all of us. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. It's a great community. We gathered in many platforms and say hi to one another. Very happy to be here. It's a great community. Love you all. Thank you so much, Yash, for giving this massive business with a great love and trust. Very happy to be here. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for supporting me. We do what we can do with this great business. We can give our happy hand to the humanity. Very happy to be here. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. It's a great pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Satya. You know, Satya is one of those people who's very humble and always grateful. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. All right. We now have, oh, Sherry Green from Canada. Welcome, Sherry. You can unmute.
There, I'm on mute. Thanks, Lynn. Hi. Sorry, I'm at work, so I have my camera off, but Marty DeGarmo. Marty, I see you. Marty is my blesser. And Marty, I just, like, you probably don't even know that because I clicked on one of your ads. You gave me away, but I've always seen you as my blesser because you actually are the person that, you know, you made me a believer in ONPASSIVE with your words and your heart. And you know, I had a brother that passed away in 2008. And from the day that I saw you, I was like, Marty, you remind me of my brother. And I feel like you're my brother. And so I mean it from my heart, sir, but like, I love you. And I'm so grateful that, I mean, I clicked on an ad and that was it. And so I think we're meant to be here. So the blessing thing, I love that Ash named us this blessers, that we're blessing people on that. I had a lot that I wanted to say, Marty, but I honestly, I come on and I, because this is about you, because you're my blesser. So I'm going to make it about you. I listen in the background all the time. Can't always come on camera, but I listen to you and you lift me up. And when I'm feeling down, like, you lift me up, and I believe what you say, and I feel your heart, and what you've done for ONPASSIVE is like, it's, you know, you talk about Ash, that you would follow Ash anywhere. I'd follow you anywhere, Marty DeGarmo, and I will. And one day we'll sit on that sectional couch, because that's my favorite kind of couch too. And we're going to sit and we're going to talk, and I'm going to meet your wife and your grandkids, because you feel like a brother to me. And I can't wait to physically meet you and give you the hugest hug that you could ever imagine. So keep being you, Marty DeGarmo, and bless you for blessing me.
Thank you, Sherry.
Okay, thank you.
I know the 3 minutes goes by fast. I do.
Oh, was that 3 minutes? Sorry.
Okay, it goes by fast, especially when you're very emotional and you know you got a message to say. But thank you for respecting the time limit. Glad to hear from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
All right, next up we have Scott Pendleton from the United States. Go ahead, Scott. You can unmute yourself. You see that button that says you can unmute? Do you see it, Scott?
Sure.
There you go.
Got me.
Good job.
Okay. My blesser is Johnny Simmons, who I helped out with something for less than $97.
Are you okay?
I'm sorry.
It's hard to kind of understand you. I know you're emotional, but because you're so emotional, it's hard to understand what you're trying to say.
Okay. My blesser was Johnny Simmons.
Okay, good job.
And he
I helped him with something for less than $97. He was so appreciative. He bought me a founder position. And so my other blesser is Marty DeCarmo. And I know this is real because I've been through many multi-level marketing companies. Some y'all probably have never heard of that anyway. I know I'm supposed to be here because I prayed about it, that something would happen, and it happened the next day. And I was so scared after I started listening to what everybody was saying. This is so unreal. This is impossible. But then I got to listen, and it's not, because there's too many good people in this for it not to be real.
It definitely is real.
And
Yeah.
I just want to thank Johnny, and I know I'm in a good place, and I'm so happy for Ash before. And
All right. Thank you.
no matter what,
Okay. Thank you.
no
We got,
matter what expression you try to come up with, you cannot come up with the right expression to explain how it feels when you know you're with the right people.
you are with the right people. Thank you very much for sharing. We have some time limits to adhere to. So, but we understand.
Okay.
You're grateful to your sponsor, Johnny Simmons. You're grateful to Ash Mafara, and you're grateful to Marty DeGarmo. Thank you for expressing yourselves, and thank you for adhering to the time limit. Thank you for sharing your heart with us, Scott. All right, next we have Mariam Weberg. Oops. Okay. Talk to us, Mariam.
Okay. Okay. I was in a business in the end of 2017. I started it, and I was learning this business. And while I was learning it, the feds had come and shut this business down, and everybody that was making a lot of money got their bank accounts and everything frozen. Well, luckily for me, it didn't affect me too bad, but since that was over with, here it is, the beginning of 2018. Not that long afterwards, I get contacted by somebody I don't know. His name, Eric Stanvich. He's my blesser. The thing about this is it's interesting because, one, I have no idea how he got my phone number, how he got my text, how he got my name. So I guess this is a good example of reaching out to somebody and telling them about the business that you don't know. I mean, if he would not have texted me, if he would not have reached out to me, I wouldn't have found out about ONPASSIVE. All I had to do was watch that video, you know, that little short video that you watch in the beginning. Okay, that was it. after that, I was like, I knew. I mean, I signed up the minute I saw it. It didn't even take 3 or 4 minutes. I was in. But it's just the fact that I don't know how he got my information, but he got it, and I'm glad he did, because I am so grateful to Eric for doing that. So sometimes I think when we get somebody's information, we don't need to be really shy about it, but just, you know, share the business and not be so worried that they're going to be upset about it, but take it from a standpoint that they're going to be happy that you shared this, because they're probably going to be, that they will be able to use this. This is going to change their life. So, I mean, I'm on disability, and I used to get $369 for a whole month. Okay. That was my total income for a whole month. Well, since my husband passed away, my total income is $1,400. So I live on that. And I've learned how to do it. But the thing is, ONPASSIVE is changing that. So not only will I be okay, but I'll be able to help others. And I'm grateful, and I'm grateful because of my blesser, because of Eric. So again, share it with people you don't know. It's okay. Don't feel like I don't know that person, I can't share it with them. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I'm that person. If he didn't share it with me, I wouldn't be here. And I am so fired up about this business. So yes, talk to the person you don't know. Share it with them. I'm done.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
That was 3 minutes. You did good. Good job. Thank you. Awesome. All right, next we have Tony Monk. Just a reminder, if you've just come into the webinar and you missed the guidelines, we're asking everyone to stay within 3 minutes. And if it gets later and later, it'll probably get to more like 2 minutes. But if you can say what you want to say within 1 minute, that's great. You know, it's quality, not quantity. Okay, so now we go to Tony Monk.
Oh, hi, Tony.
You can unmute, Tony. Are you there? He might have stepped away for a minute.
I'm here.
Okay,
Can you
go
hear me?
ahead, Tony. Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, there's issues with my camera again. Hey,
No
hello,
problem.
everybody. Hi, Bob. Hi, Oliver. Great to be on your beautiful webinar, like always. I'm sorry I'm late. What a beautiful tribute. What an amazing tribute, you know, to the people that have blessed us to be here. You know, my blesser's name is Matt Mahalik. He's a guy that I've done internet marketing with for many years. It goes right back to in 2018 in July. He was one of the first ones. And also my next blesser is Marty DeGarmo. I've got 5 of his accounts as well. So yeah, and obviously the ultimate blesser is Ash Mafara, right? Because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here. Yeah, I am fired up. I've always been fired up right from the beginning. It's great to be here with everybody. Nice to see some faces I haven't seen for a while. And anyway, I'll pass it on to someone else because I'm babbling on again. Take care. Thanks, Lynn. Back to you.
Thank you, Tony. Good to see you.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Tony. Next, we go on to Auntie Helen Tarla. How are you, Auntie? You can unmute. Auntie Helen?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
go
right
ahead.
here.
Yeah, good to have you.
Thank you. Thank you, Auntie Lynn, for giving me this opportunity to talk about the blessings I've had. You know, my blesser, I'll just start with the name since we are time constrained. My blesser is Stella B. Nyambi. I've worked with her online for online business. She's always searching for opportunities for different kinds of business. She's put me in many and we failed woefully. She put me in one and we spent so much money on it. and nothing came out. We didn't even get $1 back. So that was the last one we went into. We had nothing. She got $500, and the other friend, we had 3 of us who worked together. The other friend had $500, but no, the other friend had nothing. She got 500 and we had nothing. So when she came with ONPASSIVE, she didn't even tell me the name. She just said, I found another business that is better. This one is the best. I told her I won't dare again into another business and lose money. I have kids to take care of. That's why I came here. She said, no, this is different. Just give me your email. And I gave my email. She signed me up. And when the first webinar I attended with Papa Africa, he explained what this business is all about. I was so thrilled. I was more than happy. Since then, I've not stopped attending webinars, and I've learned so much. I'm not the same person that came in, because when they explained the opportunity, I saw that that's a chance for me to continue what I've been doing, helping others back home, especially kids, that have no parents. My family all depends on me. So when I come into US, I know I was coming to look for extra income so that I can satisfy more people. But I didn't get any until ONPASSIVE have come. So I'll thank our CEO, Ash, for being so kind to bless us. Papa Africa, who has worked tirelessly, he's held my hand to pull me to understand. Our brother Bob, Uncle Bob, and all winners. I've learned so much from Uncle Bob and the tech team and Auntie Lynn and all. I've learned from many people. We don't have time. Thank you.
Sorry. I know those 3 minutes go fast. I know.
Yes.
It doesn't even seem like 3 minutes, does it? Thank you. Thanks for understanding. Beautiful share. Okay, let me look at how many hands we have and what time it is. It's almost 11. So we've been here about 2 hours. And let's look at the hands. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So if we go 2 minutes each, that's a half hour. And I think that's kind of what we want to stick with. We don't want to be here for hours, right? We all have our lives to lead. So let me make a decision that we're going to now cut it down to 2 minutes, because that still takes us to 30 minutes. All right. So we're going to, I think we're going to stop with Momodu. So Momodu will be our last sharer. And I have written everybody's name down, so I know everyone in order. Even if you get put it out, I'll still know the order. Yes?
Just a news flash. We're on passive. We don't have any time. I'm just kidding.
Okay, then Marty, you got to stay with us the whole time if we go to.
I know. This turned out very nice, though. It really did.
It's beautiful. There's so many people that want to share about their blessings. So it's
yes.
beautiful. I can see.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Awesome. So if you don't mind, everybody, we're going to end with Momodu, because that still adds a full half hour to our agenda here. So again, that's Momodu. He is Edgar's the second to the last, and the last will be Momodu. All righty. And so I have my timer set at 2 minutes, and I'm sure you can see a lot in 2 minutes. So go for it. Dolly Lamdi. She's first. Hi, Dolly.
Hello, good evening, everybody. I'm gonna try to go really, really fast. I just want to show my gratitude and my thanks to my blesser, who is none other than my big sister, Mary Takusin Jowu. And of course, Uncle Bob, who is also my dad, even though I don't have the name Takusi, but my dad of blessed memory is the one who named him. So my dad was also Bob. And I just want to say I appreciate these two and everybody here at OWINNERS for all the education, the patience, everything that everybody does every week to get all of us on par. I would just like to share a story that my mom was very adamant in bringing me up with, and that's the story of Jesus healing the 10 lepers. And I'll just share with you guys 3 basic principles that she always told me after that story. And that story goes, we all know, or the majority of us, I believe, will know the story of Jesus healing the 10 lepers. And one, it shows that Jesus loved the least. The lepers were the least of the society. They were outcast. But they came to Jesus and they asked him, and they asked Jesus to heal him, and Jesus did that. Another principle or another lesson from that story is the lesson of faith. When they called out to Jesus for healing, Jesus didn't say, "Come here, let me heal you," or "I heal you." He said, "Go show yourself to the priest," because the priest was the one who would determine whether they are clean from their unclean status, being lepers. And they turned around and they started going. Because they turned around, it's their faith. They still had leprosy, but they turned around and they had faith in Jesus, and they were going towards the priest to go show themselves. And in the process of that, they were healed. And the last lesson that Jesus also cherishes gratitude. Remember when they all got healed and they were on their way to go show themselves to the priest, only one came back. And Jesus said, "Were the 10 of you not healed?" In other words, I healed 10, but only one came back to say thank you. So Jesus himself, the Son of God, appreciates gratitude. What more about us, mere mortals? So I'd like to say here, I thank, of course, Mr. Ash Mufara for bringing this opportunity to us. But I also thank my blesser, Sister Marie, who is my big sister, as well as Uncle Bob, who also is my dad. And I thank everyone here who has sacrificed, who has answered questions, my questions, and everyone in OWINNERS. Thank you. Over to you, Lynn.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Next, we have Theodore Williams. How are you, Theodore? You can unmute.
Thank you, Lynn.
Welcome.
It's so glad to be here.
Yay,
I just want to say my blesser is a lady from, she lives in North Carolina, Cindy Lee King. She sent me an email back in 2018. Well, I knew her. So I read the email, I listened to the tapes, and Mr. Ash, it sounded good to me. I signed up, and here I am. That's some numbers after. No regrets. Mr. Ash is just so straightforward. And he has a heart of gold. ONPASSIVE, of course, is a beacon light for everyone. That's what I see. And I want to thank him very much. And thank you guys for the great job you're all doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Theodore. Good to have you here today. Next, we have Phil and Susan Torres. How are you guys?
Hello, thank you. First of all, I want to thank Ash and the ONPASSIVE brothers and sisters working in Hyderabad, Dubai, Singapore for their hard work that they are doing for us every day. I appreciate it, and I wanted to make sure I thank them and they hear it. Another person I'd like to thank, and without her, I would not be an O-founder. My wife and I would not be O-founders, and that's Willow. You know, she's blessed us and showed us love for many years, and I want to thank her. And most of all, I want to thank our Creator for bringing all of us together, because ONPASSIVE, as those founders, we are going to change this world. And I truly believe in what Ash's goal is and his ideas for helping others. And I believe after watching all these webinars and all the good people working these webinars, we are gonna be a great force in this world for good. And that's all I have for right now. Thank you for the time.
Thank you, Phil. Next, we have Marcian Hemabu. Hi, Marcian, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Marcian is here and she is really thankful and she is very happy. Yes. Before I start, I have to thank God and I have to thank my blesser. My blesser, I always said, if her mother didn't deliver her, my mother would have done so. She's my blesser in all aspects of life. But the greatest, the best, the one that I have never expected that I will be blessed from her is ONPASSIVE. My blesser had made me in every part of my body today, changing my life. I am today who I am because of my blesser. My blesser made me realize that I have other talent that I have not developed in life. She brought me to ONPASSIVE and I discovered my new life. So, who is my blesser? It's no other person. We all know her. She might not show her faces every time on the Zoom, but she's always in almost all the Zoom. She don't miss it. She walk underground. Her name is Mrs. Mary Takusi Joe from Houston, Texas. She is my blesser. And I am thanking her for giving me this opportunity. And I'm not only going to thank only her, but I'm going to thank also the ones that I blessed and they accepted my call. Because she made me bless so many other people. And one of the people was my older sister, Sylvie Wanji, that I did bless myself because of Marin Joe. I bless other people. Jean-Pierre Kemonia, I bless him because of Marin Joe. Anne Louise, I bless her because of Marin Joe. So, sister, big sister, bless her, everything, you have done a marvelous job. And I'm just going to say thank you. And thank you to Ash Mufara. But I'm not going to go without saying thank you to Madi Degamo. Say it, buddy. Boom! Say it. Thank you for all the life. Thank you for always making us believing in ourselves. Thank you for making us understand ONPASSIVE.
Thank you,
My
Marcian.
brother, Bob Takusi.
Thank you.
Thank you for opening the door of OWINNERS. Thank you, Auntie Lynn. Back to you.
Okay, good. All right, so now, thank you. We go now to Armand. Did Armand get kicked out? Let's look for Armand. There you go. Go ahead, Armand. I saw you lost your place. You've been waiting a while. Go ahead, Armand.
Oh, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. I'm one-on-one laptop still, eh? Bob, you're gonna have to give more lessons. That's all. I want to thank everybody. Really, you're all my blessers. I couldn't be here without any one of you guys being absent. Francesca Horbe, I'll keep it under 30 seconds. Francesca Horbe gave me a call, and I don't think a minute and a half went by, and I got it like that. I got it. It's in my heart. Bang. I was looking for it since I was 9 years old as a poverty-stricken child. But I got to tell you, I want to thank Francesca. I've adopted other blessers, and my primary one in my life right now is the Honorable Lynn Nakamoto and Rob Gorman. They have spent weeks, hours, 4 or 5 in the morning working on my ill-forgotten issues, my other pending, and my password issues I was having. And they solved everything perfectly, like it was handed down by God. And he said, here you go, Lynn and Rob. Give this to Armin. He needs a little extra hand, helping hand. And hey, I gotta thank you. I'm beside myself. That's it. That's all I could say. I probably gone, what, 36 seconds, Lynn?
You
Did I
did
go?
great. Your timing was very good. And, you know, just a little thing to add to your story was that how Francesca found you, or how you found her, was divinely led, I think, because she had called you mistakenly. It was a wrong phone number that she dialed, and you picked up the line, and then she shared ONPASSIVE with you. So I just feel like you're here for a reason. It's destiny that you be part of ONPASSIVE. What a blessing you are to our company. Thank you very much.
Oh no, you guys have lit up my life. I feel like crying and weeping, and that's why I shut the camera off sometimes, because I don't want to break my screen.
I
Thank
just
you.
want to add that to your story, because that's really special, that how she found you and how you found her.
Oh,
It was to be. Thank
yeah.
you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next, we have Musharraf Hussain from India, and he wants to talk to us. Hi, Musharraf.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you very much. And very good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, all world. And this other family, we are really very happy to, we'll see all together, we will discuss on passive. And we appreciate for everyone that, and I say in this topic we'll discuss, it's really, it's like a blessing, because our blesser, if I'm saying that blesser means there's a two type of blesser. First of all, one blesser, they will help you in a one day, and they'll share your money to a day you just fulfill your hunger. And the second one, that blesser, they will hold life, they will change, and the opportunity they will provide you. And that blesser, rare person in the world, they will take this type of opportunity, because money everyone need, but opportunity, some rare person they will accept, and those who believe these are the opportunity. And our blesser, those who will provide me in Indian, and one of my blesser, I say, like Michael Williams also. So both of that, because blesser means it's a luckily you get the chance to on passive, and one they will give you the opportunity. But luckily I'll just receive this opportunity by call. They will give me the different platform opportunity, and they will send me the message. So these are the platform, please check it out. So I just tell him to send me the detail. I just check it out, because I'm also connected online. Every time I'll just see in that online platform, because I'm trading I have to do. So these are the opportunity I'm receiving, and I'll check check it once. So within 2 hours, hit my mind, these are the real platform to change the world. It's not my life also.
Thank
I'm
you.
just thinking these are these. So thank you very much, Lane, because these are the real. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Shika. Next up, we have Ivy Mix. Hi, Ivy. You can speak. Are you there, Ivy?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening. I just want to say thank you to my blesser. My blesser happened to be my son, but it's a reverse blessing. He had gone on the internet and I don't know what happened, and he just sent me a message, Mom, I've seen this company. Can you check it out? So I called the person who had blessed him. And so my direct blesser is Mr. Joseph Herring. So I called him. He's in New York. And he told me that he had joined ONPASSIVE 2 years before, that is 2018. And I just said, well, we've been praying for a blessing. And if the blessing has come, we don't have to ask questions. So I just joined. My main blesser then became Dr. Dr. Bill Williams, because his tape that was sent to me made a lot of difference. And I also started listening to Mike Ellis and Madi Digamo. So I just want to say thank you to all of them. And I want to say thank you to Dr. Ash. And I will never forget my blesser in New York. Talks to me for hours. He's very encouraging. And we've shared so many things together. So I just want to say thank you to everybody and the Great Tech team. And I want to say thank you to Lane as well. And I want to say thank you to everybody for making us all a huge family here. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ivy. Next, we have Sapna Gupta, who's in India. How are you, Sapna?
Thank you so much, Lynn, and a big congratulations to the OTech Pro team and OWINNERS team and all the panelists. And this is Sapna Gupta. Good morning, because this is a morning time in India, and today's is a blesser. I know that ONPASSIVE is a symbol of humanity, love, blessing, and financial freedom. And we have been blessed with ONPASSIVE, and sharing is caring, and we can share as a blesser as much as we can share it to the world and give the blessing to the world. Thank you so much, not taking more than 1 minute. Thank you.
Thank you, Sapna. Good to have you here. We have Gael Chokyu, who's in Canada. Good to have you here, Gael.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi.
Thank you. Sorry if I cannot open my camera. Is that okay, Lynn?
It's fine. You have a lovely voice.
Sorry, I cannot open my camera. I'll just go straight. And yeah, every day in our life, right, is a time, opportunity to express gratitude because of the joy, the hope, the friendship, why not the happiness and overall love we experience in our life. I would like here to express my gratitude to my blesser. She plays different roles in my life according to circumstances. She can be my supporter, she's my friend, she's my sister, she's my mother, she's everything. I appreciate her for her mind, her heart, her whole being. I thank God for having her in my life. I also mentioned that I like this day we hold all winners because it's on Wednesday and I was born on Wednesday. So happy Wednesday to everyone. I'm very grateful as my blesser introduced me to this gigantic and magnificent world of ONPASSIVE, where I came to meet new people with one burning heart. With one heart burning by the same flame. My blesser is Manve Sylvie Wanji. Why Manve? Because you know only Sylvie Wanji. Manve because she's the mother of the king. Thank you, sister. Thank you not only from the bottom of my heart, but from my whole heart. I also really want to thank all winners here present for what we share together. I will thank also my blessees for trusting me and following me in this movement. Thank you a bunch, everyone here for your input to make this a huge movement ever seen before. And above all, thank you, Mr. Ash Mufara. Thank you indeed.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Ash and your family. I'm done, right? Sorry.
Okay.
And the team making.
Thank you so much, Gael. Next, we go on to Kushbu. Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, Kushbu Agrawal from Nepal. Hi, Kushbu.
Hello, I am
Hi.
Kushbu Agrawal from Nepal. Good morning to every panelist, Lynn ma'am, and every host and attendees. First of all, I thank the creator, blesser of S. Mufare sir, CEO. And secondly, I thank you, my blesser, my invitee, my father, Ravindra Agarwal, Kolkata. And thirdly, I just thank you from the bottom of my heart, Lynn ma'am. You are make me a life founder. First of all, as a housewife, I never doing business, so I am sleepy founder. I never go to back office. I never open anything. I never attend webinar. But from your webinar at that time, 12:30 at Saturday, Sunday night time, you make a simple man panelist. And that time, that make me alive. That make me encouraging to open back office, attend webinar. So thank you so much. And thank you, Chris Johnson, sir, for OBLES webinar. Thank you, all the leaders. Thank you, Marty Digamu, sir, for 360 degree and your live session daily. Thank you once again. Thank you, Sampath, sir, for giving me the platform of O Analytic team and giving me opportunity to share my point of view to everyone and making them alive as like me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much too. Right now we go on to, I have my list here. And after Kushbu was David Rozalski. You might have gotten removed from the list, but I know you raised your hand. So David, you've been waiting a while. Let me unmute you. Oh, there you go. You can unmute yourself, right? Go ahead, David.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was going to set back just because we had so many people, so I figured I'd write it down, but I'll run through it real quick. Yeah, no, I mean, I want to thank my blesser too, Sergio Merconcini, sorry, oh my goodness. You know, when he found me, I was doing construction for 38 years. That broke me down, and I got down to doing shipping and receiving, and that was breaking me down. I started trying to find something marketing-wise so I could support myself online. Sergio heard my story and he's like, no. People don't live like that. I'm going to help you. And over the next year or so, we rifled through about 50 different businesses or opportunities, to lose my money. And we just kept going. Through that, we came across ONPASSIVE, and something just about my guts told me there's something here with ONPASSIVE. So I just kept checking it out. Over time, I saw it evolve from just a little bitty platform to, a global powerhouse and becoming big tech, and it really made me evolve. I went from desperation and how am I putting food on the table and me, to now I've got a business that I'm putting together for, to help people. I've been trying to get extra physicians to fund it. I'm really going to do it. I went from, basically went from desperate to hopeful for the planet, I went from a greedy heart to a giving heart, and none of this would have been possible if it wasn't, for Ash, his dream, his dedication, the dream tech team he put together, with their drive, dedication, and motivation to see his dream through. And I got to say, most importantly, because my sponsor, Sergio, because, he didn't quit on me like everybody else in the world. And without him, I think that if I had seen this ONPASSIVE opportunity come up anywhere else, I probably would have passed. So all I can say is thanks to everybody, and I want to thank everybody here. Marty, Red, Chris, I watch every morning. I got it, started watching Lynn and Julie and everybody, and then I got into Milo. Everything's expanding, and all the positivity and all the hopefulness and all the information. As I still have the same money problems I had before, but I got to tell you, I'm a whole different person now, and it's all because of ONPASSIVE, Ash, the Dream Team, and my blesser. Blessed to be a blesser. And I'll shut up now. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it. Okay. Next, we got Parvesh Kushal. No, June. Sorry, June. June is next. June Buckingham.
That's me.
That's for sure.
As you see, I've changed my background because Fred is no longer with us. He is our blesser. I mean, my blesser, and Jean's and Joy's and Flowers and a whole bunch of us. We miss him truly, and okay, I'm not gonna, Bob, you got me started, so I think I got my tears out of my way. Your speech got to me. And I want to bless Lynn for bringing me in to helping me, asking her to help out with the backgrounds, which I do appreciate, and I do love doing them with yeah, Maria.
Myra.
Sorry, brain's not working, tongue's not working. And all the webinars that I do attend just brings so much joy, and riding the journey has been just totally amazing. And I want to thank Ash, the biggest blesser ever in this world, and his tech team and his team, for bringing this opportunity to millions of us, thousands of us. It's just takes my breath away. And I am so glad that I have a global family that one day I cannot wait to go on a cruise or have this big old island that belongs to ONPASSIVE where we can all just be together. I am waiting for that journey. But thank you, Fred, for bringing me and showing me this opportunity. I almost didn't get in because I was washing my hands because I had enough for 20 years of losing money. And it took me about a couple months to just say, okay, what's another $100? And I'm glad I took that choice to do that. He kept calling me. Though. Come on, June, you can get in this. You can do this. So thank you, Fred. Thank you, everyone here. You guys are so awesome. I enjoy when I'm able to come to the webinars and the midnight lives and the 360s. I gotta go. All right, bye. I love you.
I did forget to click the timer, but I feel like it's been 2 minutes. So is that okay? All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye, guys. Love y'all.
Love you too. All right. Next, we have Parvesh Kaushal. Oh, by the way, before we finish with the few more hands we have raised, I have an important announcement which I was asked to announce to you, and it'll be of interest to founders. So I will announce it at the end of the webinar. So stick around for the announcement. All right. Next, we have Parvesh Kaushal. Hi, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Lynn. First of all, I would like to thank the creator of this beautiful universe, that is Almighty God, for blessing us a beautiful life to live on this great planet Earth. Secondly, lots of thanks to the man on the earth who is our great CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh, who always think and talk about humanity and equality with all of us. And he is really a great soul on this earth. So he just shared this beautiful concept on passive, which is a once in a million time life-changing opportunity without any self-motive and any self-desire with all of us. And after that, Mr. Deshraj is the person who shared this beautiful concept with me a year back in August 2021. And after that, I joined ONPASSIVE as a founder member and start my journey. So this is the platform where I can learn so many things from all the leaders I met in my life. And I would also like to thank all the leaders, all the founders who present today in this webinar, and everyone who is in the united family of ONPASSIVE founders, about 1.4 million, is a blesser. Because why I said that, because we learn from each and everyone who is the part of ONPASSIVE, and this is the place where we can learn on daily basis. So life is the opportunity where we can learn on every day. And as far as my concern, I think that the whole population of the world be a blesser, but it should need a mindset, that the mindset our CEO has. So when everyone has the same mission and vision, and we can move ahead in the life by holding hands of each one of us together, then that mission and vision be successful. So I'm enjoying the process, and this is the golden opportunity I have got in my life so far. And I would also like to thank all the founders all around the world, because everyone is a blesser. And this on passive is not any business opportunity. This is a united family of
Thank you,
each and
Parvesh.
everyone. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your sharing. Next, we have Sylvie Wanji. Hello, Sylvie. Go ahead, Sylvie.
Yes.
We can.
All right. How can I miss this day? I cannot miss it. This is a big day, and I'm speaking from my, job place, and I have to say something because this is a day of recognition. This is a day of gratitude. So my life just started changing on July 31st, 2020, by a friend, a sister who is right here, with who I work hand to hand, Marcienne Emabu. I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to Marcienne, because as soon as she heard about ONPASSIVE, she didn't even know what it was about, because she knew that I was talking to my daughters, asking them to do the artificial intelligence courses. She said, hey, look, Sylvie, there is something, I don't know what it is, but they talk about AI.
and I heard you saying about it. And I was at work as usual, like now. I called my daughters where I said, thank you, Audrey Karel Wanji, Georgette Wanji, with whom I listened to the webinar, OWINNERS, with Uncle Bob presenting. What can I tell you, Uncle Bob? Oliver, all the OWINNERS, thank you for everything you did. You changed our life, my life. Thank you to everyone right here, because today we are a family. It's a plus. Thank you to all the leaders who are taking their time tirelessly, priceless, to educate us. Thank you, Marie Degamo, Lynn, Julie. I can name all of you. This is from the bottom of my heart that I will say thank you to my only and unique CEO, Mr. Ash Mufari, who gave me the opportunity to pursue my purpose. Thank you so very much, everyone. Thank you to your family, Mr. Ash Mufari. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are all in it to win it. Thank you.
Sylvie, thank you so much. Next, we have Marie Della Sale. How are you, Marie?
Hello, Lynn, the beautiful friend.
Oh, hello.
Oh boy, how can I miss this? Just like Sister Sylvie said, I haven't attended OWINNERS since last year, but I had to come to say my gratitude. Of course, my ultimate blesser is God, who connected me to my random sponsor in my primary account, Jeffrey Botts. I thank him so much. I don't know him anymore after I joined. I thank him so much. And for all the people who gave me free accounts, Mark Rigney, David Bacall, Robert Oates, Tony Monk, who else who gave me, there are 5 of them. And I'm thankful to our CEO, of course, that God connected me to him. And all my random team members, they're all random except my BSS Tina Go, who paid 5 founders that I gave him to. So I have 12 accounts, been grateful every day since 3 years. Thank you, Len. I love you all.
Thank you, Marie. Good to hear from you.
I love you. Thank you.
Take care. Next up, we actually have Poppy Barai. She was next, so we're gonna skip on over to Poppy Barai. She was next in line. Go ahead, Poppy. You can unmute.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Great opportunity, Santi. It's my first time international webinar speaking first time. So I am a Bangladeshi founder. I'm Poppy Barai from Bangladesh. Thank you to all respected founders. Thank you, Marty Digamochar and Chris Johnson. First of all, thanks for great CEO and lovely CEO, Mr. Ash Mupare, because it's my great opportunity sent me only $97. Oh my God! Yes, bottom of my heart. Thanks, Ash Mupare sir, because it's changing my life opportunity. Ma'am, thank you. Next time. And properly speaking, okay, it's my first time. Thank you so much. Over to Lynn, ma'am. Thank you.
Well, you did a great job for your first time. Good job. We'll hope to hear more from you in future webinars. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, next we have Edgar McQuilkin. Edgar McQuilkin. We'd like to hear from you.
I'm trying to unmute myself. Okay. I want to say good night to everyone and good morning and good evening and the panelists. And I want to say what a mighty God we have. He creates a great man on earth. Do what he's doing for us, Mr. Ash. I want to thank God for him and his family. My blesser is Mr. Theodore Williams. We are calling the politician. Anything I want to know or do, I just call upon him. My first blesser was Merlin Butler, but then it was slipped away from my mind and I had some difficulties. But there's somehow together, they get together and he calls me and he said, listen, I have something for you. He said, I'm going to send you $50. I want you to be in it. And I want to thank him very much. Today, things I have in my heart, the things I want to require, I want to say, it will be done. And to him and to her, I want to say, may God bless them and bless everybody on the palace. God love us all. He made us to serve and to help one another. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Edgar. Next, we have our final we're going to have two speakers, Momodu, and then finally we will have Gemma. And Gemma has been raising her hand, but we just didn't see it. So she has been patiently waiting. So we're going to recognize Gemma. So she'll be our last speaker tonight. So first of all, we'll have Momodu. How are you, Momodu, the working man?
Good evening, Miss Lynn and all my beloved fellow ONPASSIVE. Good to see you all. First of all, I want to give a special thanks to Mr. Ash Mufara and his family for thinking about us for this great opportunity. And to give a thanks and appreciation to my immediate blesser, who happened to be one of my co-workers. And we came from the same country by the name of Mrs. Wara Amara. You know, one Monday morning, I went to work and the first person I saw on the unit was Mrs. Amara. And she called me. He said, hey, Jalo, come. He said, Do, I want you to call my husband. Yesterday, they show us a program in church that I want you to be part of. And he gave me her husband's phone number, and then I called him. So he sent me the video of Mr. Charles Oson, the guest webinar recording. And as soon as I listened that, oh my goodness, right away I become a founder. That was October 26, 2020. And since then, I've been plugged in. And I happen to be a blesser to them too, because I was able to inform them and educate them about this great opportunity. So I thank them very much from the bottom of my heart. And I thank all my fellow ONPASSIVians who have gone all the way to inform and educate me about this great opportunity. Thank you all, and Miss Lynn and others, you are part of it. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Momodu.
You're welcome.
Okay. So now we go to our last and final speaker, and that is Gemma. So Gemma, you can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Gemma from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I would like to thank Lynn for letting me on, even though she did not see my hand raised. And secondly, I would love to thank Bob and Oliver for everything they said earlier. I wish I could have said the same thing, but I don't have all that in me. But I want to thank my blesser, which is my sister, my biological sister, Listra Tuak. A lot of people don't know that we are real sisters, but we are. She signed me up in January 2020. It took me 4 days to get on because before that, I had signed up on 12 MLM that all went sideways. So I had to think for 4 days before I joined, and I am so happy that I did. I also want to thank Mr. Ash and his family for giving me and my family this opportunity. Thank you very much, everyone, and good night.
Thank you, Gemma. Glad you got to speak. You were waiting so patiently.
Thank you, Lynn.
Welcome. All right. So now we're going to go to some. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. So we're going to have a prayer by Father Bless. And if you don't want to be present with the prayer while we do the prayer, that's fine. It's just a tradition with OWINNERS. So letting you know the prayer is coming next. And then we're going to give thanks for those who helped this webinar go. And then I'm going to make that special announcement. And that will be it. And we'll have our goodbyes. Okay. So let's start with the prayer with Father Bless. And Father Bless, by the way, thank you so much for helping post the Zoom background for us. That was really, really helpful.
Happy to help. Hello, everyone. Let us keep this good way to bless each other, to speak well of each other and of ONPASSIVE, of our founder, brother and friend, Ashmu Farah. Let us pray. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Amen. Love you all.
Amen. Thank you. Okay, now we're going to go to the thanking part, and then we'll do that special announcements, okay? So I would like to, first of all, thank Bob and Oliver, because they're the ones that created this webinar, and they keep it going from week to week. They have really, really good knack for topics and selecting speakers. I really enjoy this webinar. I love it. So thank you to Bob and Oliver. Also, I'd like to thank our co-hosts and greeters, Sylvie Wanji and Marcian Hemadupu. They both do an excellent job. I would like to also thank the two gals that create our graphics for us from week to week. That is June Buckingham and Myra Aquino. And I give them a couple seconds to speak. If they'd like to, they just have to unmute.
Okay. Thank you, Lynn. I'm going to say it really quick because June already spoke. I'm very grateful to be here tonight, and I'm going to thank my blesser, who brought me one day. We met online, and she shared the opportunity to me, and I jumped right in because I'm a risk taker, and I also trust this lady. And my blesser is Lynn Nakamoto, who I love and respect. Thank you so much, and because it's the end, I'm not going to say nothing else. Thank you so much, Lynn. I love you.
Thank you, thank you, Myra. You do so much for us. We appreciate you so much. June, did you want to say a couple words?
Just thank you. And sorry, Myra, for not getting your name right. I am so sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay. I've been called Mary and Miriam and all kinds of names.
It just wouldn't come out. I am so sorry. But yes, I enjoy working with these ladies, and it's changed my life too. All right. Bye for now. We got some announcements coming. Go ahead, Lynn.
All right. Thank you, June and Myra. All right. And I also want to thank our chat commissioner and our guardians. They're the ones that monitor our webinar chat as well as the YouTube. Because remember now, we're streaming on 20 YouTube channels. So it's really important that we have people monitor the chat, keep it decent, as we say. So I'd like to for John to come and say a few words and list the people that he's thankful for, his assistants. Don't have to rush now, John. Go ahead and say their names clearly. Go ahead, John.
Hey, thank you, Lynn. Okay, so I don't really have anyone that I can bless, and I'm not going to go into the long story for that. But I'm a little different story of that situation. But I would like to say I have been blessed with a whole lot of folks that have been helping me as guardians. And I also want to thank Pastor Blaze for helping us out tonight. Jumped right in there and helped us out in the chat tonight. Isn't that nice? But I want to thank this group of folks right now. M.K. Kaylee, Yin Yang 444, Casey Zevenbergen, Kushal Pagoo, Raphael St. Germain, Gina Leva, Listra Tuach, Myra Kino, Bruce Gerstein, Jane Helms, Miriam Weberg, Roy Davies, Yvonne Finn, Yakaya Kadem, Rob Gorman, Dave Rosowski, Willie Wonky, Nancy Babcock, and our newest guardian, Teresa George. Those are the folks that work so hard behind the scene, and I named every one of them tonight, even if a couple were missing, because I wanted to thank and bless all of them myself. So that's what I got. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for heading the group and helping with the training of the guardians. I appreciate you so much for that. It's a big responsibility. All right, so now comes the time for our announcement, and it's a good announcement. I think that everybody's going to be ecstatic. I am ecstatic about it. So tomorrow, October 20 at 3 p.m., we're going to have a corporate webinar. And guess who's going to be with us? Our own CEO, Ash Mafara. So I'll take it to the gallery. I want to see your response because I'm pretty sure we're all happy about it. 3 p.m. Eastern. Show your excitement. Are you happy he's going to be speaking with us tomorrow? Yay!
Being a pleasure. Our pleasure is coming. Yay.
Yay, yay, yay. All right. So what we're going to do now is allow you guys to unmute and we're going to say bye to each other. If you guys want me to spotlight you, be sure you show me a video. And don't forget, we got Roblin live at midnight. We may end up going there a little bit late, but we'll be there as soon as we finish here. But I want to make sure you all have a chance to say bye-bye to each other. And I want to spotlight you. Show me your video. That means you want to be spotlit, okay? And thank you very much. Let's take it to the gallery. Unmute everybody.
Bye.
I love you all.
Karen Regan.
Everyone.
Bye.
So many beautiful people.
Hey, Mariam.
I'm Patsy's family.
Love you, ONPASSIVE family.
Killing. Kilton. Grateful man. Oh, must be nice living in Bahamas there.
Thanks from Canada.
Glad to see you.
Good night, everybody.
Sarah, you can keep me in.
Lilin, goodbye. Lilin.
Bye, my brother.
What's happening?
Good night. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Uncle Bob.
Hey, Henry. Hey, Henry. Hi, Henry.
Long time. I'm looking for an orange.
Good night, Saturday.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Raphael again. You got connections.
Good night. Good night.
So long. Farewell.
Goodbye. Good night.
Good night,
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Good night.
India.
This is Mari Legamo.
How you doing, pals?
Hi, bye, Armand.
I love you.
We're on our way to the top. We're on our way to the top.
Christina Dodge.
To a new top.
Dodge from USA.
Another Mari Legamo's
Prime
friend.
Minister of Canada.
Oh gosh.
Jerry, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Love you, Sarah.
Bye bye.
Night, John.
John, very nice.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Hi, John.
Actra.
Bye.
Actra
Okay, we'll see you then.
Marilla.
Bye, everybody.
Hi, Jean.
It's
Bye
lovely
bye.
Jean. Her angel sing with that gorgeous voice of yours.
Thank you, Armin.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Let us move to Lynn Roblin. It's almost time for Roblin. Let us move. All of us. Roblin. We are going to Roblin.
Marcian. Chama, chama, Marcian.
Roblin, 2 minutes.
Take care, everyone. Love you all.
Professor.
Yes.
I love the professor on W.
Yes, I'm a professor. I never wanted to be in the limelight, but hey.
Hi,
The
Steven.
professor.
Hi,
Hey,
Steve.
Steven. You're holding up that wall pretty good.
Hi, guys.
It looks like you're holding up the wall.
Hi, everyone.
Alina.
Night,
Angie Lynn.
Goodbye.
Parking tree frogs. Angie, you're looking as thin as
there I am again.
$2 in the USA.
Simple. That's what it is.
Hi, Harry.
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 Put that hood back on, will you?
Bye-bye, John.
Hi, everyone.
Casey.
Pick up from
Casey.
Thailand. Have a great evening. Good to see you all.
Thailand. Oh, yeah. Oh, you got all the good food, don't you?
Kushan.
Good
From
morning.
India. God bless you, buddy. Stay safe and sound.
Bye
We'll
bye.
all be cruising.
Bye
We'll be
bye,
cruising.
everyone.
Bye, Krisha.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Parvesh.
Parvesh.
Keep for your wonderful words.
Good morning.
Always.
Best name I heard in a long
Or
time.
good morning, I should say.
Hello.
Hi, Willie.
Bill Robinson. Danger, Will.
Hi, Lawrence.
Hi, Laura.
Danger Will Robinson. Danger Will Robinson.
Come on, Dewey.
Lawrence. Good morning
Where?
from Kenya. Good
Lord, I'm
morning.
just gonna call you Lord.
Hi, Bridget.
Bridget.
We're just looking, Bridget.
Bridget.
You look like $1 million, Bridget.
Really? Oh, Tina. Come on.
Good morning.
Hey, Tina.
Tina.
Thank you.
Hey,
There we go.
I love you all.
Go, Tina.
Have a great day.
Thank you so much.
How you doing, buddy? I'm butchering your name here. I'm just gonna say how you doing right now. I'll call you the doctor. And good Jess. I like to go to bed.
We have 4 more minutes to go to Lynn and Rob.
Yes.
All of us
in
are
India?
moving to Rob.
Yes, thank you,
Let us
Father.
move to Rob Lynn.
What about you, Lynn?
Thank you.
That's right. We
Time
gotta
to
go over
move
to
to
Rob
Rob
Lynn.
Lynn.
What
You
happened?
can't
Let
win.
us
I'm going to be
transit
your
Rob Lynn. Time.
channel now.
Bye, everybody.
What about yourself, Lynn?
Bye. Let us transit.
Bye. See you later.
Bye now.
Time for Roblin Live.
Okay, so it's 11:57, so let's head on over to Roblin Live. The link is in the back office. See you there in a couple minutes. As soon as I can get there, I'll be there. Love you all. Bye. So,
See you soon in 2
I was going to
minutes.
say that next week we'll probably continue this same topic of expressing our appreciation to our blessers, because there are so many people I know that wanted to speak that didn't have a chance. So we will probably continue the same topic. Okay, so see you next Wednesday. Bye. Love you all.
Love you, Lynn. Good night. Rob Lynn. Straight to Rob Lynn. Let us move.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye now.
Marcian. That's all.